Greetings, Commanders. Today we're going to delve into one of the most controversial figures in the history of Elite Dangerous, a man known only as Salvation. His rise to power, his attempts to end the Thargoid menace, and the mysterious disappearance of Azimuth megaships following his catastrophic failure, known as the Proteus Effect. The Thargoids have been a constant threat to humanity since their re-emergence in 3303. As humanity has scrambled to defend itself, a mysterious figure known as Salvation emerged. His rise wasn't marked by glory or fanfare or diplomacy, but by results. Salvation, operating through the secretive Azimuth biotech, promised a definitive solution to the Thargoid threat. Lives would be saved. He claimed to have discovered an ancient Guardian technology that could wipe out the alien menace once and for all. But who is this enigmatic figure? While little was known about his true identity at the time, it was later revealed that Salvation was none other than Dr. Caleb Witchery, an unscrupulous scientist responsible for the original Azimuth project and the horrific experimentation on human test subjects. Azimuth's history was tainted with betrayal and suffering. That did not stop the galaxy from embracing and putting its faith in Salvation to end the Thargoid conflict. In 3308, the galactic community stood at the precipice of a monumental event in the HIP 22460. Salvation deployed what he called the Proteus Wave, an ancient Guardian superweapon to deliver a decisive blow against the Thargoids. The plan was simple: lure the Thargoids into the system and activate the device. Humanity watched as ships from all factions converged to protect the project, but something went horribly wrong. The moment the Proteus Wave activated, the unthinkable happened. The Thargoids didn't fall as expected. Instead, they retaliated with overwhelming force that no one saw coming. The Thargoids, rather than being wiped out, seemed to adapt and therefore grow stronger, taking power from the Proteus Wave. The result was catastrophic. Ships were destroyed, the surface of HIP 22460 became a no-man's land of wreckage and green fire. This failure marked what is now known as the Proteus Effect. Not only did Salvation's weapon backfire, but it also caused a sudden and unexplained disappearance of several Azimuth megaships that had been present in the system. In addition to the ships that were supposedly destroyed and there are wreckages in the system, several ships also vanished without a trace, leaving devastation. These were mobile research bases, instrumental in Azimuth's operations across the galaxy. Their disappearance sent shockwaves through the community. What happened to these ships remains one of the greatest mysteries of recent history. Some believe they were destroyed by the Thargoids in retaliation for the Proteus Wave. Others speculate that Azimuth itself may have sabotaged these vessels, erasing evidence of its failure and its true objectives. Despite search efforts by the Elite Dangerous community, independent pilots and the like, the wreckage or remains of these ships have never been found. But that's not where the mystery ends. The community does ask its questions. Was the Bright Sentinel destroyed at the emanation point of the Proteus Wave? Was Salvation's body actually discovered on the bridge of the Bright Sentinel? Or was he somewhere else? Was the ship swapped out for another megaship to give the impression that Salvation had indeed met his end with the crew of the Bright Sentinel? With reports at the time on August the 25th, 3308, the Salvation is dead headline from the HIP 22460 system was all over galactic news. It has been confirmed that Salvation, figurehead of Azimuth Biotech and creator of the Proteus wave, was killed on board the Bright Sentinel. A segment of a transmission by an independent rescue team within the system was shared with Vox Galactica by an anonymous source. All sources shrouded in mystery. The team was reporting back to the Musashi megaship, which has now returned to the Tutari system. Captain Quadar, this is Drummond. You're not paying us well enough to be in this hellhole. There are Thargoids everywhere we turn. But we found out what you wanted to know. It's not good news. We finally managed to get close to the wreck of the Bright Sentinel, near where the bridge used to be. Bodies were drifting among the twisted metal, but fewer than expected. We identified some of the command crew, including Commodore Halloran. But even before we got a positive identification scan, I recognised Dr. Wycherley immediately. That point there would indicate that Salvation is indeed dead. However, is he really? Recently, Azimuth has deployed megaships into the black, rumoured to be continuing secretive operations following Salvation's demise. Codenamed the Nomad. The ship embarked on what was believed to be a reconnaissance mission in the vicinity of the Guardian and Thargoid space, or what was thought to be Guardian space. Reports from commanders who have spotted these ships indicate that the ship was seen near Thargoid-controlled systems. Is Azimuth still working on Guardian-Thargoid hybrid technology? Ships have vanished. The fall of Salvation has left a dark stain on the galaxy. What was once seen as humanity's last hope became a tale of hubris and deceit, and ultimately disaster. The Thargoids, once thought to be on the brink of annihilation, remain stronger than ever. However, the war is turning the tide. And will the Thargoids be defeated again? The galaxy now looks to the future. What will happen when the final Titans are taken down? How much of a threat will the Thargoids remain? And where does that leave humanity? They say to ascend is to achieve a higher being. With Elite Dangerous Ascendancy, is this a reference to Salvation? Fly safe, Commanders. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I've been Ricardo. Like and subscribe if you're still with me, and if you haven't already done so. I really do appreciate your support.